not in question. Her smile, the equivalent to laughter. Her heart, her spirit, her energy, all endearing. But the whispers linger. Why can't she keep a man? See, she is too much, too tough, too ambitious, too frivolous. She is serenaded by hymns of him and his own bullshit. Insecurities that imitate ego, but with not enough strength to let her go because he knows that she's magic. You move too much like a man. 'Tis so tragic that a woman of her magnitude, gifted beyond the recognition of public housing and cemented basements, is unable to outweigh the misogynistic standards of society and must apologize for her greatness. Stay relevant, walk pretty, birth babies, cook dinner, be sexy, just lay there. But don't she dare bear the entity that enables her to carry the weight in her hips with such ease, and the diamonds weave within her tresses, and dresses made of pain that cling to her curved temple. Come on, simmer down. Why you always gotta be so fucking loud? See, she is built for incidents in which her flame is intentionally stifled. Her skin is soothed by fire, strong yet softer than silk. Her tongue releasing lethal and vivid illustrations of a frustration that has evolved into power. She is ours. Yeah. Not to be kept by a coward that refuses to recognize the light that lies beside him in the darkness of the night, or the goddess that walks amongst him adorned in tattered denim with stilted stilettos with height subconsciously promising to lift her to the heavens where such substance belongs. Yeah. There are no capes here. Just the confidence that negates all of her insecurities and every fear of being suffocated by standards that mimic safe havens to keep a woman in her place, to ensure that she never reflects poorly, becomes unruly, or dares to dream while she's awake. He stretches his arms to her. Envy overpowering intimacy. He stretches his arms to her, but not with the intent to embrace her for everything that she is, but in an attempt to take his hands, to use his hands to take hold of her, to keep her in a space that appeases him. And it becomes clear that she is unattainable to one with ill intent. A piece of art uninhabitable when one is willing to dismiss her power for everything that it is, and when attempting to minimize all of her spirit in order for it to fit into the palms of his hands, she slowly slips through his fingers as if he is attempting to grasp water, and those whispers, they linger. Stares, glares, assumptions, wondering if and when she finally settle in. Those whispers, they linger. Why can't she keep a man? Her beauty not in question, her smile the equivalent to laughter, her heart, her spirit, her energy, all endearing, but there is too much substance there. It is simply a matter of a man can't keep her. Poetry. I have 3 collections, all available on Amazon. If you just search Robin G Poetry on Amazon, they'll all pop up. This is one of my favorites. In this moment, I am not your superwoman. I am not the definition of strength. My resilience has gone astray, and I cannot stay where you tend to try and keep me. I struggle with where to lay down my burdens, this overwhelming load that weighs down upon this thorn crown that you have subconsciously placed upon my head. There is sadness here, and although it only resonates as anger, I am not angry. My scowl is not the representation representation of an angry black woman, I have been misidentified, and the stigma that you have placed upon my sisters and I is unforgiving and relentless. I am sad, upset, and tearful, and as a black woman, I am standing here trying to comprehend what you are asking of me. Why must we always be defensive in regard to your need to differentiate anger from sadness? I am not blue. I am a black woman suffering from clinical depression, and my illness is not taboo, nor is it a sign of weakness, but I tend to not seek treatment because I've been sworn to secrecy, because what happens in this house stays in this house. And unbeknownst to our mothers who have subconsciously hindered the desire to seek help for our troubles, we struggle with distorted images of ourselves because mental health issues aren't taken to heart. And of the 17 to 20 million Americans that seek therapy, I am one of 4% that will never take part. No. I have never been to war per your definition of the term, but I am a black woman who suffers from post-traumatic stress from having to bear witness to the judicial lynching of my people in this 21st century. I have watched little black boys lay in puddles of their own blood uncovered. I've watched women of my likeness be murdered. I've had to praise a black man with the same breath I used to beg. I'm sorry. I've watched women of my likeness be murdered. I've had to praise a black man with the same breath I used to beg him to not rape me, degrade me, or make me feel less than I deserve. I am raising little black babies that I am afraid to send to the store. I've locked myself behind closed doors in fears of facing the world in which I live, and on some days I've had to find the strength to physically move my limbs. I am a strong black woman who has contemplated suicide. I've hidden the scars of self-inflicted wounds beneath the seams of tapered clothing that insinuate that I am holding it together just fine when sometimes I can't even breathe because it seems as if the darkness is closing in on me. I am indeed the epitome of every single thing that I am meant to be, but in this moment, I am not your superwoman or your queen. My resilience has gone astray, and I cannot stay where you tend to try and keep me. And it is okay for me not to always be okay, because I am not your fucking superwoman. I will be back. If you all can follow me on Instagram, it's Robin G Poetry, ROBING Poetry. I would truly appreciate it. I love y'all. Shout out to He Said, She Said for having me as a guest on the show. Make sure y'all follow that on Facebook and our social media. Thank you, Divine, for letting me work.